And what we believe, and I think the future work will prove that and will show how important such an energy and climate plan is for Ukraine. What we believe is that in a situation where you are building back better, as we call it, and where you rely on the trust by private investors, but also by public partners, a clear and an honest and transparent planning and then an implementation of this plan is the first and very important fundamental condition. And we will start the work on that, as I mentioned, as from in 2 days. Now, in the end, it will not be the plan, of course, that will decide whether and where the investments will go. It will be the markets and it will be the conditions in Ukraine. If we assume, and I'm very confident about that, that there will be plenty, there will be a huge interest in investing in renewable projects in Ukraine because of Ukraine's huge potential. Then where this electricity, if we're talking about renewable electricity here in the first place, where that electricity will be sold to, whether the European markets or the Ukrainian markets, where it is very much demanded because of this electrification of the country and the green electrification of the country, all that will depend on the market design. And this is now a real possibility. What the energy community is also doing is integrating Ukraine in terms of electricity in the European system and the European markets through market coupling, for instance. So this choice is real. That, by consequence, means that in order to remain or to become attractive, the Ukrainian market design also needs to be adapted. That first and foremost applies to the spot markets, day-ahead market, and intraday markets, where renewables, according to Andrei Zhupanin's draft law as well, will play a much more important role, will play a direct role, will actually directly sell into these markets. And we very welcome the discussion about raising the existing price caps in those markets and lowering the price floors to make sure that the utmost renewable volumes of renewable electricity can be sold in those markets, and to keep the Ukrainian spot market actually more attractive also for selling electricity. Furthermore, we also will have, and that is something that has to happen fast as well, the draft law of Mr. Zhupanin is an important step towards that. We'll have to make sure that the system for green certificates, guarantees of origin, is established in Ukraine, and they join the regional system that the energy community has been setting up, and ultimately also the European markets for guarantees of origin. And finally, and that's a very big and important discussion that we are having in the energy community right now, also we need to price in finally and at true costs the externalities created by those who emit carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases through a serious carbon pricing system.